Well, here we is on Saturday. Surprise!
We here.
We're up here on Saturday. So if it's me and Theo, it must be a vibe. And we gonna vibe with it.
It must be a vibe. It must be a vibe. We in here, and I'm seeing that, by and large, it's me and you, maybe one other person and everything like that. We appreciate you pulling up though. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. It might be kind of slow. I know Mr. Smith.
Like I said, the vibe.
Mr. Smith said he was,
what
he had
about Mr.
stuff
Smith?
he had to do. And I think Kamoyo said he had some stuff that he had to do and everything like that. But we can still vibe. You know what I'm saying? We can still vibe. We can still vibe. We can talk about something.
We can do replay,
huh? Oh, Flash by Night pulled up. What's going on, Flash by Night? Fellow Devil Dog in the house. Hoorah. Simplifying the building. I figured, we can start off with a little light topic,
There you go.
Right. Till folks pull up, something that folks would easily be able to, know what's going on. You actually got that topic out there. Jim Jones. Is he going through a midlife crisis?
Okay.
Is my dog going through a midlife crisis? Like, how old is Jim? Like, is Jim in his 50s? Ain't Jim in his 50s?
Nah. Jim is actually in his late 40s.
Jim look old as hell. And that's crazy.
Hey, you know the funny part?
What's that?
Nas older than Jim Jones.
Yeah, he said that. That's why I asked the question. Because I was like, did he get held back when he was going to school? Because he said he used to look up to Nas, and I'm like, y'all look the same age.
Dare I say Nasir looks a little younger.
You could. But so my dog, like, I don't. Are you proud of the things you've accomplished in your life? Well, like, what you good with what you done?
I have more accomplishments than I do regrets.
Okay. Do you feel like you need to compare your life, your achievements, your accomplishments to anybody else?
That is sometimes a sign of inadequacy.
So, I'm competing with Theo. Theo got goals for Theo. I don't know necessarily if Daryl got goals for Theo, and I don't necessarily know what Daryl's goals are. But I know Theo got goals for Theo, and I know beyond a shadow of doubt what those goals are. I'm looking at Jim Jones, bro. Like, I got balling. That's all I got. I got balling.
And pop champagne, which basically kind of reminds you of balling.
That's all I got. I ain't got nothing
else. And from what I hear, he been busy.
All I got is balling. See, you threw that other song out there. All I got is balling. And if you throw that other song, that's two. That's all we got. That's all we got. I think we know him more from balling than any damn thing else, because he was popping up on folks' remixes and they're balling. Balling. Everybody was doing it. But I don't. I remember Cameron wearing pink.
Yeah, I mean, but if we gonna go into Dipset, you know what I'm saying? How come nobody never talk about Hell Rell? If we talk about people that got bars, and we talk about people that can spit in Dipset, you don't hear Hell Rell out here talking about, oh, I'm better than Nas and blah 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 and so on and so forth and all that kind of stuff, because.
And then he say he can outlive Shannon Sharp.
He said that.
That's some good weed in New York. I don't want that. I don't want that. Because I know he smoked. I know he smoke and he drink. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah, but
That's some good. That's some good stuff. That's some potent. I don't want no parts of that. When you taking got you believing stuff that nobody else is gonna cap for you for.
What if he
I don't want
bipolar?
that.
What if he bipolar?
It's medication out there for that. He need to take it.
But you got to acknowledge that you bipolar before you start getting scripts.
Listen, anybody that could be on Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay, and when Shannon say, Jim, when you arrived at this conclusion, was you drinking? And he said, yeah, I might have been. No, he already know. You see, you know you like you can't.
Well, I mean,
Just be good with Jim Jones.
Yeah, because I was gonna say Jim Jones, I ain't really focusing on no more because I have acknowledged what he's saying as delusional, as many other people have acknowledged what he's saying is delusional, and you think
you know what? Let me give it up to Shannon Sharp. Let me give it up to Shannon Sharp for telling Jim he was tripping. A lot of y'all been letting Jim sit in front of y'all and say that stuff, and y'all no. If you his friend, you owe it to him to tell him the truth.
Well, I mean,
tell him the truth.
Well, when we talk about, and this is, you know, I can't really speak on a New York. I can't really speak on a New York state of mind, but I mean, every rapper in New York think he the greatest rapper in New York.
See, they think, but they know they're not.
Yeah, but it's based. I mean, if I base my greatness on my accomplishments, then yeah, I'm great to me. But and I might
based on your,
and I might be, and I might be great to a couple thousand people. But I believe.
But see what you said.
Yes, I know exactly what I said. Now
you said on your accomplishment. You said on your accomplishment.
Now
you ain't comparing your stuff to nobody else.
And I believe I showed a metric on my live earlier this week comparing subscribers and listeners of Jim Jones on YouTube Music to subscribers and listeners of Nas on YouTube Music. That's people who subscribe to YouTube Music. That's folks like me and you. That ain't Billboard. That ain't the people that do the Grammys. That ain't Rolling Stone. That ain't BT. That ain't none of that. That's us. What I choose to listen to on a daily basis, or what I choose to have circulating in my playlist regularly. 2 million in favor of Jim Jones, 10 million in favor of Nas. Who we listening to? Are we listening to Jim Jones or are we listening to Nas? That's the metric.
I got bowling. I told you. I got bowling. That's all I got. Not saying now, Jim, we're not saying you can't rap. Because see, that's how folks take stuff like that. That ain't what we said. We ain't say you not a great one. See, because that's how folks take that. No, we didn't say you couldn't rap. We didn't say you wasn't great. We didn't say you wasn't good. We said you're not knowledge.
Well, and here's the thing. There are rappers, MCs, whatever terminology you want to use, who are truly great, that are known for their lyricism, that are known for their wordplay, that are known for their turn of phrase, versus someone like, say, an Ahmad or a Skila. Now, I wish it was a baller. I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call. That's a great. But do I put Skilo in my list of top 10 lyricists of all time? No. back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But sometimes I said and wish I was a kid again. Back in do I put Ahmad in my top 10 greatest lyricists, or do I just say Ahmad got a song that I like a whole lot?
Watch this. Lyricist. I go to work like a doctor. When I rock the mic, you got to like the way I operate. I make miracles happen just for rapping. I'm so lyrically potent. I'm spoken and float on the scene. Me, yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. And there are people that you remember for their songs, and there are people that you remember for their lyrics. I don't remember Jim Jones for his lyrics.
I got balling. Balling. That's what I got. I got balling. I got the bandana around the forehead, and I got the jeans up under the ass cheeks.
Okay, I wouldn't. Okay.
No, I mean, I think I got some butters. This is I got on the shirt, sweatshirt that's maybe my nephew's sweatshirt and everything like that, because it's kind of snug. I got some jeans on, skinny jeans. I got a nice designer belt on. I do, nice design. My belt is immaculate. My belt game real nice. Hold on, this is my daughter right here. She's calling Dad.
Okay.
Hey, girl.
Never mind.
What's wrong?
Nope, nothing. Never mind.
You see how she do me, dog?
Never mind.
Maybe she don't want to be on air.
So can I call you back?
Yeah, bye.
You just hang up the phone, you're about just like that too.
Oof. Maybe she needs something. Anyway, not to dwell on that, the reasoning behind why Jim Jones even came up. Jim Jones came up because I saw a list that caused me some concern. What was that list? All right.
We got Grand Madam in the house. I ain't want to be rude. We got Grand Madam and Javon Bliss in the building. I ain't want to be rude. Yeah, what's going on, family? What's going on?
And I thought I had turned. I'm experimenting with the beta thing there that puts the comments up there in the corner, so everybody get to be in the comments. So rock on, y'all. Anyways, this list is called Complex. First of all, it's Complex Magazine. Complex Magazine is a magazine that we lean to and trust for the latest in cutting edge technology, the most hippest and happening and up to date kinds of things of that nature. Okay. Complex also every now and then comes out with these polls and lists that we feel should have some kind of bearing on us as a society or us as a group of people that dig music. So Complex ranked their 22 best hip hop duos of all time.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with this.
Okay, we talk about the best hip hop duos of all time. First off, everybody on that list ain't a duo. There is at least one that is a trio. And I am assuming because of the absence of Run DMC on that list, they are considering Run DMC either a trio or a band. But if you're following that same logic, EPMD shouldn't be on this list.
I'm trying to figure out where Houdini at. Like, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm sitting up here like, cause you said Run DMC, cause I'm like, damn, I don't see them. And then I'm like, I don't see Houdini either. Whoa, hell, to hold the hell on.
Because Houdini always been a trio.
I ain't never really look at them like that. I know who own the 1 and 2s. I know who own the 1s and 2s, but that dude ain't really rap like that. That was no different to me than like UTFO. It ain't the 3 of them. It's 4, but ain't no 3.
But he could scratch a record with a tennis shoe.
He could. But here we go. Every duo had a damn DJ back there. This group right here just happened to give a DJ some damn credit. DJ Jazzy Jeff, that's a damn DJ with a saying no. It's 2 of us. I'm giving my DJ some damn credit. So if that's what that is, no, I ain't finna act like that because I know some of these damn duos down here. Your DJ been sitting right there and every damn thing. Just because you ain't want to give him no damn credit, I'm not finna eliminate the duos that gave they damn DJ some credit. No, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Run DMC and who to the damn D. Yeah, I said I had problems with this. Man.
Okay. But this topping the list at number 22 is Black Sheep. Now, why I generally would not have a problem with Black Sheep, I feel like given some of the other people who are on this list, as you will discover as we go, Black Sheep should be a little further down the list. Okay. Now, at number 21 is the group I have the biggest, largest, and most gigantic problem with of anybody else on this list, and that is Latrim. Okay. Latrim literally has one song that anybody ever liked.
And ever. They ain't the only damn group on this damn list that's like that now that I'm looking at it. And all these groups can't say, these duos, groups, whatever, can't say they got no damn library. So I'm looking now like,
so how can you be the greatest anything of all time or the best anything of all time when you are only known for one song and one song? It go back to what I was saying earlier about Ahmad and Skilo. Same kind of rule right here. Just because you got one song that's a banger out of 30, 40 years of hip hop,
I figured it out.
You ain't the greatest nothing.
I know what this is. I know what this is. Ain't Joe Budden affiliated with Complex?
I mean, Joe Budden ain't nobody that got any leverage. I mean, but sometimes we lean to the opinions of folks who we shouldn't lean to their opinions. But that be what it is. It is what it is. But this list, I'm gonna straight up is just sketch as hell. And Javon's in here. Javon, shout out to Javon. I believe, me and Javon was vibing on some areas with this list, but in other areas, maybe, might have a different opinion with C. At number 20, we got the Dog Pound. Okay. If we talking hit-wise, the Dog Pound should be a little, but not too much further up the list. They got stuff I like, but that's just me. But if we talk about duos of all time, they might kind of be where they need to be. They might could slide up a notch or two.
That's another one. They got Eric B. and Rakim in here. That's the rapper giving the DJ credit. The DJ is mean on the 1s and 2s, but the DJ ain't rapping.
But from 86 to like 91, that's how they were built as a duo.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's inconsistent because we're eliminating rap acts because we're saying the DJ is part of the group, but then we're keeping some rap acts with the DJ part of the group. And the DJ, no differently than with the groups you're excluding, is on the 1s and 2s. They're not on the microphone.
Well, the thing of it is there are some groups, and we all know this for a fact, who gave, like you said, more airplay to their DJs or elevated their DJs to the level, by, in my opinion, which they deserve to be, because DJing is one of the five elements of hip hop. So we need to play that element up, whether it's with two rappers or one DJ or one DJ and one rapper.
I agree wholeheartedly. This list is inconsistent. No, the DJ should be up there, but you shouldn't penalize if it's a rap, because Eric B and Rakim, yeah, that's a duo. It's one rapper. So we shouldn't penalize the DJs for being acknowledged, like Houdini being acknowledged, being part of the group, when we know that's a rap duo. Well, see, we can't say that about Eric B and Rakim.
I don't know how they acknowledge themselves. Okay, I never heard Houdini acknowledge themselves as a duo.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it like this. I'm being asked to look at this list. This list is inconsistent as I'm being asked to look at it, because we're eliminating rap groups because we're saying the DJ is part of the group, but then including rap groups where the DJ is part of the rap group. You got DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. That ain't no different than Houdini. Houdini is a name of a rap group. Okay, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince, rap duo. But there's no rap duo. It's a rap group, but ain't but one person rapping. So, and then to your other point, because I don't want to belabor that too long, some of these cats only got 1 or 2 hits.
Okay. But I'm gonna still slide down here nonetheless. As we proceed, and that right there at number 19, City Girls. All I'm gonna say about that is this: without besmirching or saying nothing crazy, you ain't been around long enough to be an all-time anything.
Where is Salt and Pepper?
Again, that's that dynamic that we talking about.
Because they don't mention Spinderella. She got a whole ass name. It's Salt and Pepper.
Okay, so then that becomes either an omission or a acknowledgement issue. Okay, do we acknowledge Salt and Pepper as a duo, as they are called, just like we acknowledge EPMD as a duo, but it's 3 of them there?
I'm just gonna go down the list. I don't see Kid and Play, but keep going. We're just gonna go down the list.
Right. Okay. And when you can name 5 Kid and Play hits, then we'll start talking about all time.
I can't do that with some of these damn artists on this list, but they
exactly. But I'm just presenting the list as it is. I'm not saying who is or isn't what. I'm giving you the list. I ain't say I approve of it or like it or nothing like that. That's why I'm giving you a blow by blow as we do each one. I already told you about number 19 with your City Girl. Number 18, Helter Skelter. I bet you there ain't one person in the chat right now that can name a Helter Skelter song.
A Helter Skelter song. You talk about
Give me a Helter. Anybody in the chat, give me a Helter Skelter.
I know, hola, roll. We can't play now, roll. I don't know shit about Helter Skelter. What did they Helter Skelter?
That's what I'm saying. Why was that? How in the actual hell do y'all got it? Was Complex just fishing for duos and said, "Oh, Helter Skelter's a duo. Let's put Helter Skelter on there as one of the greatest duos of all time." And can't nobody name a damn Helter Skelter song. Moving along. Okay, number 17, Pete Rock, CL Smooth. Actual duo. Again, I like Pete Rock and CL Smooth, but
I got the gas face.
They about where they need to be at 17.
Yeah, because they could rap. They could rap, they could. They about
where they need to be. They about where they need to be at 17. They about where they need to be. So, okay, yeah. A broken clock is right twice a day. Let's move on, though. At number 16, Black Alicious. I like Black Alicious. However, I do not think Black Alicious is popular enough to be considered an all-time duo. 15, Run the Jewels. Okay, Now we're talking here. Run the Jewels at number 15 need to be a little further down the list because we know we. What you looking at me like that for?
How many albums they got?
Run the Jewels?
I'm asking the question. Don't do me like that.
More than 5.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't know. I asked this. People always get mad when you ask a question.
Okay. 1/2 of Run the Jewels.
I know who you ain't gotta do that.
Okay, all right. Off the script, okay. I know. Don't be pretending like
you ain't gotta do that. Listen, you ain't gotta verify that, dude. He verified. Because I heard the song that it was a song that I think was on like an NBA 2K game or whatever. Like, damn, Run the Jewels, that's okay. And I was like, damn, that's good.
ILL your masters.
Yeah, so I did not know they were a thing. So that's why I asked, say, well, how many albums do they got? You know, because if you tell me 1, I'm gonna be like, man, come on. But you say 5, and here's the thing. This is what I be talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You see how I asked the question, and based on the way Daryl answered it, I knew what I did not know.
Okay.
See where we're going? I knew what I did not know. Based on the way he responded, clearly he knows. Well, if he knows, then there's no reason for me to go back and forth with him. Clearly,
point taken.
I know damn good and well I don't know. Why would I go back and forth with the person that does know? We do way too much of that, and we know that, just like I said, I know I did not know. We know damn good and well the stuff we don't know, and we want to argue about it. That's crazy.
Point taken. At 14, Camp Low. Again, hit song, not hit duo. So, and definitely not 14. Now, number 13 is a damn crime because
I don't know why they there. They should not be at no. They need to be up. They need to be down to the bottom.
Number 13 is Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Now,
have you heard Jazzy Jeff rap?
Now you could say what you want to say about Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. You can say what you want to say about Will Smith, but you can't tell me they ain't got multiple songs.
Listen,
right.
I'm gonna say this. Summertime, that album is slept on. Folk be talking about summertime. No, I got you trapped on the dance floor. I got you. Listen, you saw my blinker, bitch. I'm like, you cussing?
Oh, well, if we gonna go there, well, hell, I think I can beat Mike Tyson. Parents just don't understand. Girls ain't nothing but trouble. Brand new funk.
Folks, remember that album though. Like what you saying, folks, remember that. They don't know how many tracks he had on that Summertime album that was straight gangster, straight fire. That's why I said DJ Jazzy Jeff is rapping on that album. He got bars.
And DJ Jazzy Jeff got beats, and DJ Jazzy Jeff done made beats for people. So I mean, and we ain't even gonna talk about what Will Smith did by himself. So by themselves, they was monsters. Collectively, they was monsters. They should be in the top 5. There, I said it. They should be in the top 5.
Listen, I did not know Will had some gangster in him till I bought that Summertime album. I said, oh.
but they had 13. They had 13.
Man,
okay.
Let's see.
You got the beat nuts at number 12. You got the beat nuts above Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. What I ain't gonna shit on the beat nuts like that. But the beat nuts are not Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. And the beat nuts should not be above Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. No shade to beat nuts. No shade to Beat Nuts. I like Beat Nuts album. I like Beat Nuts. Beat Nuts came out at a time when verbal skill and word playing stuff was essential. So they fit right in that era. But better than Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince as far as all time? Nope, not hardly. Moving on to 11.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
I'm relying on this.
Go for it.
As I am for much of this segment right here.
Okay.
So we not looking at Redman and Method Man as a duo.
Bruh, I was gonna get to all of that toward the end, as far as glaring omissions go, because there's a lot of glaring omissions when we talk about duos in here. And then if we naming shit like Latrim and City Girls and folks that we got placed way lower and higher than they should be, why can't we work with one-time collaborations?
Bro, I just want to ask a question because I'm thinking, I think how many is it just one album that Red and Meth got together?
Hell no.
That's why I saw it. See, I know you know. So I'm like, I know who Method Man was with. I get Wu-Tang Clan, but I'm saying to myself, no, him and Red didn't drop quite a few. They didn't done quite a few projects together.
At least 3.
I'm looking here. I got my reading glasses on.
At least 3. They done together.
I don't see no Red, no Meth.
Nowhere.
I ain't talking about the pill and I ain't talking about the drug. I'm just saying I don't see the rappers nowhere around.
Nah.
Okay, please continue, big brother.
Again, glaring omission. Moving on. Number 11 is Black Star. Mos Def and Talib Kweli, lyricists of the highest caliber. I would venture to say they should be in the top 10.
Before we got Diabolical Nerd in the building. Diabolical, what's going on? Ronnie J pulled up. D Steeler is in the building. And D Steeler says, man, I meant to say Boot Camp Click is underrated. Outkast better be on that list. They on the list. Diabolical say they better be number 1.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep you in suspense to the last minute. Dead Prez at number 10. Dead Prez.
Isn't that a group?
I thought it was more than 2 people in Dead Prez. Yes, but okay. Even so, number 10.
Wait,
10.
Who in that group?
Just don't give me the line. Don't give me the line.
I know they got that song in that group, and I'm sitting there looking like
the song that is the opening theme to the Dave Chappelle show is Dead Prez. So I mean, just because of that, I don't think. Okay. Dead Prez is M1 and Stickman.
Okay.
Moving on. We down here in top 10 now. This is the cream of the crop. They can't mess this up. All right, Complex. You said at number 9 is the Clips. Top 10 duo all time. Fair statement, in my opinion. Fair statement. Clips belong in the top 10 as far as duos. And guess what? They're an actual duo. Number 8, here we go. That's what I was talking about. EPMD. Now, while you will get no argument from me as far as EPMD being a top 10 duo, technically, they're a group.
True. Technically.
Okay, but I ain't gonna take nothing away from EPMD because EPMD is one of my all-time favorites, and if we saying they a duo and they deserve to be in top 10, I will be a little biased and say, yeah, put them in the top 10. Argue with me about it later. Number 7 is MOP. Now, while I have a homie from Brownsville, I just ante up. What else you got?
Nothing.
So, an anthem puts you in the top 10? No. MOP, you are too high up on the list. We need to push y'all down somewhere like 17. No shade to y'all. Billy, don't come for me. I'm just saying, man. All time, number 7. Y'all know y'all ain't number 7 all time. So why would we even have that conversation? Number 6, surprise, 8Ball and MJG. Y'all thought they wasn't even gonna be on the list, didn't you? Surprise, they are on the list. And I 100% agree. 8Ball and MJG deserve to be in the top 10 of duos. They should be in the conversation of duos, period. Mr. Big, Candy, bruh, they deserve to be on that list. So we ain't gotta keep talking about that. Number 5 is Eric B and Rakim.
Man, come on, man. Come on.
Them first two albums should be enough to submit them into top 3 or top 2.
You know what? I think Eric B and Rakim, I'm gonna be petty, are so iconic in and of themselves that you remember where you were when you bought their first album.
I sure do. Yes, I sure do. I definitely remember when I first bought Paid in Full. Yes, I know exactly where I was. I was in the PX on the USS Carl Vinson CVN 70. That's where I first bought Paid in Full.
I'm in Memphis, Millington, Tennessee. I'm driving around in an old Chevy 4-door 3-speed, 4-speed, whatever you want to call it. It's got a cassette player that I bought and had installed. We got to put the cassette in there. Lord have mercy. I'm looking at the cassette right now. You remember the outfits that they had on and everything, the black and white outfits and everything?
Oh, yeah.
What were you calling it? And they had the dollar signs all on the cassette.
Big old ridiculous ropes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I listen to that album side to side. Every single song.
Listen, before Eric B, I think I can say this. Eric B was to us back then what Eminem is to some folks now. We had never heard of lyricists like Eric B come in. He just come. I ain't even finna be angry like that. I'm just gonna say what I gotta say, going about my business.
Rakim?
Yeah, Rakim. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Right. Yeah, thank you. We hadn't heard somebody like him flow like that before he did it. He said
Facts.
A heavy bass beat. And my dog, the E pop P beat the R to me. I'm like, the fuck? What? Wait.
Hey, I tell you, boy, he was throwing them metaphors together, and he had like rhymes inside of rhymes, and that was what made it sound so dope. Like how can I move the crowd? First of all, ain't no mistakes allowed.
And the beat came in like
put it together.
and broke it down. And you like, wait a minute, what the hell? Let me tell you something.
But he just stepped all over the point.
Eric, Rakim could have did the New Jack City soundtrack all by his damn self.
Juice?
No, I'm saying because he's in New York and the way that movie moved, the tempo and everything like that. I'm saying the same way in which Prince did the soundtrack movie for Batman. I believe if given the opportunity, Rakim would have provided a soundtrack that would have drove that movie. Like, I believe he could have did that. That's just
now. Here's where I am at. If we have Eric B and Rakim at number 5, that means 4 on down got to be automatically recognizable bangers and have hits for days, and it ain't no kind of argument, no kind of nothing that these cats deserve to be the top 4.
I'm gonna rely on you. I'm gonna rely on you.
Now, my thing is, we went from just all time to this. This shit gonna break down into era. All right, number 4, we got UGK. Boy, I love me some Bun B and some Pimp C. Oh, yes. I love me some UGK. Oh, Trill Burgers are the shit. However, Bun B and Pimp C are not the number 4 greatest duo of all time.
Not Eric B.
Oh, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Boy, do they got some albums? Hell yeah, they do. Do they got some stuff that I used to rock nonstop to the data was coming off of them damn discs? Yes, I played the hell out of some Underground Canes. However, they are not the number 4 greatest duo of all time. Number 3, Gang Starr. Ooh. See, that's one of them ones you sleep on. That wasn't nowhere in your head, was it? You wasn't thinking nothing about Gang Starr. You was, we all focused on Outkast. Yeah, but you wasn't thinking about Gang Starr.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
A definite duo with definitely banging ass albums.
I'm better with Gang Starr at number 3 than I am with UGK in front of Eric B and Rakim. Like,
all right, but then we go to number 2 and number 1, and we say, all right, I'm gonna just say, okay, number 3 is Gang Starr. We man, peace to Guru, DJ Premier. Not only did he make banging ass albums for Guru, he made banging ass albums for everybody else. Nas, anyone? Now, anyways, I think Gang Starr's where they need to be. Number 3, I'm fine with, but I ain't fine with number 2. Okay, you got Mobb Deep at number 2.
See,
Mobb Deep?
Over Eric B.
Mobb Deep. Okay, I like Mobb Deep. I like a couple songs by Mobb Deep. But Mobb Deep at number 2.
Can we just go ahead on this list? Can I just go ahead and bump Eric B and Rakim up to number 2?
We can bump Eric. Well, I was going to do that anyway. But, thank you. Okay, who was it earlier that said it, Ronnie? Outkast better be number 1.
Yeah. They number 1.
Outkast is number 1.
No problem.
And now, are we arguing with that in the comments? Do we got beef with Outkast being the number 1 duo of all time?
I ain't got no problem.
Unless we're saying some of these other groups are duos. Like
no, we good. They number 1. Outcast, out to the cast.
Okay. And see, here we go. Now see, now this Brooklyn right here, this Brooklyn, Paul Martin, right? Look at here. He said, how come Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick ain't on there? Here's the argument. Here's the argument I would present, Paul Martin. The Show and Lottie Dottie. What else you got?
That's it. But you know, and I don't even like saying
they are iconic party jams.
You ready?
But what else you got?
I saw somebody put Lauryn Hill up in the list as far as top 5 female rappers, and I'm sitting up here. I get it, but it ain't but one. It ain't but one. It ain't but one. That one is a bad one. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. That one is something serious. It is. But if I'm gonna look at that, then children's story, child story. That damn album was lit from front to back.
Of course.
When we look at folks today, you making sounds in music with their mouth. They got it from that dude right there. Yeah, so I mean, you know, I ain't saying, I'm just saying they on here somewhere. They on here somewhere.
Now going back over this list, who would I take off?
We got a few of them.
I would take off first and foremost. I take off Latrim. They have no place here. I would take
City Girls on up out of there too.
I would take off City Girls. They have no place here. I would take off Helter Skelter. They have no place here. I would take off Black Alicious. And that's it. That's all I take off.
Yeah, go and get that on up off of here.
The rest of them I rearrange and add some more.
Now, Diabolical said something just now, and I thought about it, but I am from Georgia, and so I don't want to play favorites here. He said, I think Field Mob is a top 10.
Okay. And so I give you the same challenge that I gave to Paul Martin earlier when he was talking about Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh. Field Mob. Field Mob, give me 5 bangers.
No. I'm gonna be fair. I'm not even gonna do that because if representing Georgia, when you look at Field Mob, then you got Bubba Sparks, then you got Lil Jon, and they all to a degree doing the same thing, except the person who was most famous for doing it was Lil Jon. That's not a rap duo. That's a solo artist. So even if we look at Ludacris, they all come around from that same area and everything like that. So I like Field Mob, Georgia. They're on my mind, Georgia, all the time. I get it. But as much as I like Field Mob,
sick of being lonely.
Yeah. As much as I would like to do that and everything, and I recognize their contribution to the South as far as South music, they ain't got that many hits.
Yeah. That's my point. It's stuff that, like, just like I'm saying, who was it? Let me back up.
I'm saying Bubba Sparks. I think Bubba Sparks got just as many hits as Field Mob does. And I think Bubba put out like maybe 1 or 2 albums.
Yeah. Camp Low got literally 1 song I rocks with. Let's get rich, yo. Lucini pouring from the sky. Let's get rich, yo. The Chinky Dimes and Sugar Dimes can't quit. That song.
Hold on. Did we replace the City Girls with Salt and Pepper?
We could.
Oh yeah, let's replace the City Girls with Salt and Pepper. Let's go ahead and get them on up out of there.
Yeah,
and then we got, you say Camp Low? You say Camp Low. Let's go ahead and get him on up out of there. We got Run DMC. They need a spot. We can shuffle some stuff later on, but let's go ahead and put Run DMC up on there. We go ahead and get Camp Low on up out of there. Yeah, who else need to get on up out of there? You know what? They ain't get the ladies enough shine. And I'm sitting up and thinking to myself, Oaktown 357?
Started out as a trio ended up a duo?
Silk times leather.
Well, shit. I mean, if we if we gonna throw wild pitches like that, I mean, Conscious Sisters.
I'm trying to help the sisters out. I'm trying to get another. I'm trying to get another rap duo out there.
What's their name? Well, no, I don't know about that girl. Body and Soul. Oh. Well, they only have a Finesse and Sinquist. I mean, if we just gonna go back and just be like, oh,
no, you see, I said that. You're right. They only had that one damn song.
Let me pull a duo out of my ass. There, I pulled a duo out of nowhere.
Hey, we trying. We can't say Johnny because they were singers. We can't do that.
I got you. Crisscross.
Some of them try to rhyme, but they can't rhyme like this. Some of them try to rhyme, but they can't rhyme like. Whoa, wait a minute now.
Warm it up, Chris. I'm about to warm it up, Chris.
That's what I'm born to do. Hey,
yeah. I remember that more than I remember City Girls of the Trim. And I was actually dancing to that in the club.
No, that worked. That worked. That worked right there. Hold on. Did we put Red and Meth on him? Who else can we kick off this damn list?
Yeah, they can start. I named you wherever you want, slide them in.
No, I'm saying who else we kicking off this damn list? Because I
will put Red and Meth just outside the top 10.
Okay, but who we kicking off this damn list though? Because somebody got to go. We bringing in folks and kicking off folks.
I kicked off a bunch of people. You didn't hear me?
I'm saying, do we have 5 replacements? Because I think we got Run DMC. We got Salt and Pepper.
We said Red and Meth.
Yeah, Red and Meth. That's 3. How many you kicked off so far?
Crisscross.
That's 4. How many you kicked off so far?
We kicked off Trim, City Girls, Helter Skelter, Black Alicious, and Beat Nuts.
Okay,
that's
so
5.
we need a fifth. I want to slide Houdini in there because I just think that's wrong.
Go on, slide Houdini in there, man.
Yeah, slide Houdini in there.
We do that. We make that list of attrition.
Theo, listen, give me 5 minutes of funk.
Ain't no punk. So pull your bottom off
the tree stump. Ladies looking pretty from city to city, and now we getting down to the nitty gritty from the bottom to the top to the bottom. I'm gonna stop while I still got them.
Come on, Master D, and get funky while we got them. See, they talk about Grandmaster D. They mention they DJ. They give him an airplay.
Yeah, damn it. Hey.
Oh, I got a question for you, sir. Okay. Do you think superhero movies would be more successful, would be more watchable if they took the characters that we know of and put them in unknown situations or unfamiliar situations? Case in point, we trying so hard to make a good Justice League movie, Now, most people, even the average person knows who the Justice League is, right? Why don't you just do a live action Injustice movie?
Because, okay, so I love that question. And what I'm going to say to you is that based on what we've experienced, right? And then you take Miss Maxine Shaw into consideration, her comment. I was talking to Mr. Smith, and she admits it, their generation by and large came into the superheroes animation, movies.
Okay.
They didn't come into it with us with the comics. And so to your point, to answer your question, no, you could go with that. The problem is that the folks in charge of the superheroes don't value the superhero story. They don't value the comics. They don't. They don't give two damn. What they're doing is telling their own story. You're right. An injustice story would work, but you're the same guy who said, why we sitting up here got all these damn prisons and we ain't got no masters of evil? Like, we trying to do a damn Avengers movie. That should have been a damn easy damn thing to do. What we got going on? Well, you know the stories. The people that own these companies, they feel like they know better than you do, which is why they steadily losing money. Because they want you to buy their stories. You, no differently than quite a few of us, don't give two damns about their story. Do not give two damns. But this is what makes, I don't get this. Between the Glazers and the black people that would just take anything that Marvel throws their way, Marvel is losing money. Let me say that one more time. Between the Glazers, they like to say, it was amazing. Oh, you have got to read it.
Now, let me show you my train of logic. Is Invincible incredibly popular right now? Why is Invincible incredibly popular right now? I'll tell you why. Because Invincible they do not follow what you would expect the typical superhero story to be like. People die in Invincible. People get murked in Invincible, and you don't see them no more. They dead, for real dead. The Boys. Why is The Boys so successful? Because people get murdered on The Boys. People get humiliated, abused, SA'd, all that stuff. And people want to see that. Why wouldn't they want to see Kal-El sticking his fist through the Joker?
Let me help y'all out. While it's not one for one, because folks say that as if we simple-minded. While The Boys is not one for one, they are respecting the hell out of the source material. So what happens? You have a comic book fan say, oh, The Boys coming on Amazon? Let me check that out. That first episode, whether you were a Boys fan or not, because I wasn't going into it, that first episode with how folks was getting deleted left and right, you like, wait, and this is what you do. You hit up your friend that's a Boys fan. Man, that really happened in the comic. Well, yeah, not necessarily like that, but pretty much, yeah. You sit up there like, oh, hell. Synergy. The comic book fan sells the story for you. You just have to execute it, whether via its animation or live action. You just have to execute it from the comics to that. Safe to say, the folks, Amazon, whether we're talking The Boys, whether we're talking Invincible, whether we're talking live action or animation.
Earth X.
Say again now.
Earth X. There is so much non-canon shit going on with canon characters in Earth X that it's like, okay, if you want to see a different version of the Hulk, oh boy, do you ever get a different version of the Hulk in Earth X? You want to see a different version of Thor? Oh boy, do you ever get a different version of Thor in Earth X? And on and on. Look how Captain America is depicted in Earth X. Look how Captain America looks.
Well, low key, isn't this what we're getting right now in the absolute universe? We took these heroes, took them out of their comfort zone. It's a different universe and everything like that. But we're putting them in situations we never thought we'd see them. They're doing things we never thought we'd see them do. And so Zack Snyder has Superman coming out. And it's mixed. The reviews are mixed. Because you can, just as easy as you can find an article saying it's getting rave reviews, you can find another one that's saying it's not getting rave reviews. So I know he said something.
I think we talked about
he said something.
We talked about that on a live. Yeah. About being immersed in something other than what the canon is.
Yeah, he said something that
You know what I'm
concerned
saying?
about his.
Go ahead, say what you said.
Yeah, he said something that concerned me about his vision for the DCU. He said if he deletes a character, the character's gonna stay gone. I'll tell you why.
Right.
Made me think about something. Because he killed off Flag for no reason. That was an established character. Well, that character took a dirt nap in the comics. Because James Gunn wants the comics to match the movies. He wants everything to be linked up. That's what that is. Well, I don't even want to belabor the point. I don't even think I need to be telling somebody these are fictional characters and they don't stay dead for a reason.
Good point.
Because now the question then becomes, who you finna kill off? Who? Because you can get away with that with Rick Flag and bringing his daddy. But who you finna delete? That's gonna stay deleted. It better be a minor character. And even with that, you're not safe because you never know what fan base that minor character has. You delete Hawk Girl, folks gonna lose their shit. You delete any woman this early in the game, folks are gonna go ham. Don't do nothing to Ted Cord. You do something to Ted Cord, you gonna piss off the.
Well, granted, that's why my point was.
I'm sorry.
Don't use these straight. Okay, in order for me to be a part of the story, or in order for me to plug into the story, I have to know Ted Cord's entire history. I have to know Booster Gold's entire history. We know. Off the top of their head, the average person can name the main 7 members of the Justice League. Rather than go into explaining why the Justice League is what the. Do this. Dark Knights of Steel. In Dark Knights of Steel, you have not your basic rocket fell out of the sky. Rocket fell out of the sky with a twist. Jor-El and Lara are king of a nation, a medieval nation on Earth. Kal-El is their son on Earth. Bruce Wayne is their half son on Earth. We know who. Hang on. We know who all of these characters are, but they ain't being used in the conventional same ass way we've been seeing them over and over and over again.
I want to get some clarification from you because I like what you're saying. I just want to get some clarification. Are we only doing this with characters we already know, established characters, or are we doing with any character? I asked you that for a reason. The reason why I say that is because of this. We all know those characters' origin story. So you know that's an alternate universe. There are characters out there, Sam Wilson, T'Challa, Riri Williams, hell, James Rhodes. Hell, pick a black character. We don't know, us, or me and you, and a few of us, know their origin story. But when you get something like T'Challa, whose origin story got spread all the way from the age of Ultron till they still using his damn origin story, you get somebody like Sam Wilson. Oh, well, that ain't how Sam Wilson showed up. You gave us a different version of Sam. That ain't James Rhodes. He ain't that damn scrawny. No, James Rhodes used to be this dude's bodyguard and would whoop your ass if you walked up on him and looked at him crazy. That ain't T'Challa's origin. That ain't Riri Williams' origin story. So I'm asking the question because that works to me for established characters. You're giving us something different. Like you give us something different with the X-Men. Give us something different with a Peter Parker. That works. But for characters who, regardless of how long they've been around, their origin stories have not been established like these other heroes. That becomes, to me, do you agree that could be problematic?
Yeah, that's part of the problem, though. And to answer your question, obviously it would have to be already established characters, because if I take a character that I've never heard of before and I've never heard his origin story, how would I know if you were variating or you were going with a different version if I don't know the original? I know the original story of Superman. I know the original story of Batman. I know the original story of Wonder Woman. I know the original story of Spider-Man. All those characters I know the original stories of. But rather than continue to revamp that character in the same way that you always do, and we're always talking about this myriad of fucking stories that are in comics that are being untapped, bruh, how many what if stories would you rather be seeing live action? How many Elseworlds stories would you rather be seeing live action than just straight Justice League, straight Avengers, straight X-Men? You know what I'm saying?
I like this. I think they could have given us a 2-part Ultimate Spider-Man movie based on the previous Ultimate Universe, where Miles picks up the mantle after the Goblin deletes Peter. You could now, mind you, we know
more removed from the actual reality, but yeah,
something like that. Now we would know that that's not the main Earth and everything like that, but that's putting Peter in a different setting. That's a different Norman Osborn. Hell, we get we get
1602. See what I'm saying? You got that 1602 or 17, whatever it was, 1602, I think it was. But you had early American characters. Steve Rogers was a Native American. You call his name was Rojas. he was a Native American and he carried a shield. So wow, he's actually a for real American. That kind of stuff is, I'd love to see that. Forever Yesterday from the New Warrior storyline, where you had an Egyptian set of Avengers. Let me see the adventures of those Avengers. Let me see what the world is like where Captain Assyria is fighting crime versus Captain America. That kind of far removed variated stuff is what we need to see, versus you taking our beloved characters, you taking our established characters, and then just going willy-nilly with them and creating this narrative. I believe the fantasy would be more acceptable and congruent when you go with an Elseworld story or something like that.
Watch this, because I like that idea. It works. What's wrong with it? Just me. Say I want to do some different stories. I want to give some more background on some characters that I've been using and everything like that. How many Captain Americas have we had? Comic book wise?
9.
Right. So we could have easily gotten an anthology series, 9 episodes. Some of them Caps gonna make it, some of them not. But it all leads you up to who? Steve Rogers. You can tell them stories. Huh? You can tell them stories.
Peace to Roscoe.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, they right there.
Rest in peace, Roscoe.
There it is. I mean, there's so many options on the table. The thing is that you don't work there, but you think like you work there. So there would be no issues if you did work there. Like I said, the biggest thing is that you and I could sit here and do this all day. The thing is that to even have the vision that you have the ideas that you have, you must first know the stories in the comics. They don't know, they don't care. They're putting out what they, and mind you, is you and I say it that way. Here's what I've noticed white comic book critics say. They say the writers are now inserting themselves. Well, they've been saying it for 2-3 years. They're inserting themselves into the story. They're not telling the story of the character. They're telling their story through the character. So, and there's quite a few of them doing that. Yeah, I'm still in my feelings. So as long as they do that, it don't matter. The comic sales are gonna tank, as we know, and I don't know if other folks know it. Diamond Select is bankrupt. Diamond Select is bankrupt right now. I forget. Dynamite Comics is trying to get with them to help settle stuff so they can pay out the people that work for their company, the Dynamite company. But Diamond Comics, that's the comic book distributor, they're bankrupt. Now, how might they have gotten bankrupt?
This
Hard head
comment
makes it all
from
bad.
Paul
That's what my
Martin.
grandmama told me.
He said, he liked Busick's Morgan Le Fay arc when he first started with Avengers. For those of you that don't know, that is the Heroes Return Avengers run with Busick and Perez in '99. And Morgan Le Fay basically reshaped reality to where all of the Avengers served her, and there were medieval versions of all of the Avengers, whereas Iron Man was known as Sir Fulminator.
Everybody and their mama that was an Avenger, that includes Demolition Man, was in that damn comic. I remember that. Because Cap woke up first. Then he woke up Hawkeye. Then he said, well, we finna split up. And Cap went to go wake up Steve. I'm going to say Cap went to go wake up Tony. And Tony was all in. He was buying everything Morgan Le Fay was selling. So he was like, let me turn on Steve. And Hawkeye said, why in the hell did you tell him? Listen, if that wasn't the best piece of, that was some good character work. The way Busick wrote it, because like, Tony is more Avenger than anybody here. Why in the hell would you tell him? You know he finna go snitch. That thing had me dying. That thing was funny. That thing was funny. Y'all need to go check that out. Because as Daryl said.
So again, outside of the norm, yet clinging to what is already established. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'd love to see in live action? Batman. If you're going to give me Batman, I want to see Batman versus Dracula. I want to see Red Rain. I want to see that story. I want to see Batman get turned into a vampire. I want to see that. I want to see Batman Full Moon. I want to see Batman get turned into a werewolf. Give me that story.
Who you casting as Batman?
Who am I casting as Batman in which one? Batman Full Moon or Batman Red Rain?
Either or. Because I don't think it's Robert Pattinson. I don't think that's what you're going with.
What's Jensen Ackles.
Okay. Both of them?
Hell yeah. Jensen he already do the good Batman voice, and the dude still look like he could play a Batman. So
you ain't gotta sell me on Jensen Ackles. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And you rock with Supernatural. So
I do.
So there you go. You know he's a good pick.
Do y'all, this comes from Mr. Martin, do y'all think an adaptation of Grunwald Squadron Supreme could have made money in live action? My twist would be Master Menace is really Red Skull. If they set it up right. I don't trust Marvel. Like, if you can't get the Thunderbolts right,
how you gonna do the squad?
What I'm saying is, I love any suggestion y'all gonna give us. Just understand, off the rip. I love any suggestion, but any suggestion y'all give us, I see Marvel effing it up. And now I got to deal with Rotten Tomato scores. I got to deal with people having false arguments, false talking points on social media and every damn thing. It's like I told people, you ain't got the Thunderbolts. Well, I don't like the Thunderbolts. You ain't got them. Well, I like the Thunderbolts. I could imagine how you feel if you'd got the real ones. So I think a Squadron Supreme could work. I absolutely
the real
do.
story.
Huh? What'd you say, big bro?
I said, or if they got the real story of the, if they got the real story of the Thunderbolts, that would have been a
by
way
the way,
better
would have
story.
been a phenomenal story in and of itself. If you sitting up here pacing this damn thing, and you want to do this right, and you know you got access to the damn X-Men, it's coming. I ain't even got to have Franklin Richards. I don't. You just gave me the damn end of the Infinity Saga. Okay, well, the heroes are spread. Okay, well, then we need another super team. But you didn't do a damn thing with the villains in the MCU. You got 5 damn prisons and ain't nobody in them. Made a mockery of the damn Wrecking Crew. Now, like, this story could have been there. It was set up. He set up, but see, we read comic books. See, you can know where you're going if you're a comic book fan. You can sit there and say, I want to do phase 5 and phase 6. I want to bring in the X-Men and everybody else and their mom and everything like that. Well, you say you just want to bring in the X-Men? Yeah. You're going to use an alternate universe? Possibility. Well, we can do something where we can have it where the X-Men and everybody and their mama come in and they showing the hell on out. How do we set that up? Well, let's use some villains to fake the punk as some superheroes. Now, what we got was a piss poor remix of the damn Suicide Squad. And I'm supposed to act like I'm supposed to dumb down my intelligence level to believe that that's what the Thunderbolts are. Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad. I got to look at all these damn ads. I got to look at all these damn glazes. Oh, it was amazing. Oh, it was wonderful. And I'm like, well, where's the group that was ran by? Mind you, ain't Zemo still in the damn MCU? Ain't Zemo still in the MCU?
Last I checked. Last time I heard, yeah. He wasn't he in some club dancing or some shit? Zemo out at the club. He ain't trying to form no Thunderbolts.
Mug just wants you. You know what it is? You know what? Damn, I just realized. Mugs don't want to read comics, so they want to make you feel stupid for reading comics. That's what that is. They don't want to read comics, so they don't want you reading comics. And they going to insult you if you display some comic book knowledge. Oh, we ain't talking about that. We talking about this over here. Well, damn it, this come first. You would never tell a Harry Potter no shit like that.
Well, you know what? I ain't got no problem separating and differentiating comic from cinematic. The problem becomes when you make cinematic, you try to pass it off as comic. And that does an injustice to the comic canon, to the comic book related anything. So any future references are met with confusion or disdain. I got all of these dumbass people who don't know nothing about the Black Panther telling me about what they think they know about the Black Panther. And your first interaction with the Black Panther was Captain America Civil War. Shut your mouth.
That go back to what I said though. They know they don't know. Like that's my whole thing.
Yeah,
you know, you don't know, and you not trying to know, which is fine. Why argue with the person that does know? What's the point? It go back to me. That's why I feel like I'm gonna go back. The Riri Williams stuff bothers me. It's too many folks out here that claim to be comic book fans, claim to be comic book historians.
Yeah, I did
whatever.
drop several vids on the Real Thunderbolts a couple of times, and it just seemed like that. Maybe I need to start re-airing them joints. Maybe I need to start putting them Thunderbolts videos back out there and putting them in front of folks so they can see, bruh, this what they doing. That ain't what y'all want. This ain't what you looking for. But if you enjoy disjointedness and confusion, have at it.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, and it's an indictment on us. But because, and folks can get mad when I say it, I literally just had day before yesterday, a black man say that Frank Rambo is irrelevant. He had no business being in Captain Marvel. And I'm paraphrasing here. But I want us to understand the type of subliminal program. That's a black man saying that. And he looked like he was in his 30s. Well, okay, so when do you see value in you? So, and I'm going to go, folks might be like, Theo, no, you're taking it too far. Safe to say, he would probably take a black life before he take any other life. Safe to say, if he's a father, he ain't around. You don't see no value in that. Safe to say, based on that comment, he ain't really had no father figure in his life whatsoever. And he is so conditioned by that, he's perfectly fine with seeing that. He sees no value in it. You know what? It's black comic book content creators that said that same damn thing. They said that same damn thing with a smile on their face. And I'm sitting here. If you have been convinced as a black man that the fictional representation of you is little to no value whatsoever, they got you right where they want you.
Okay. Did I hear that recently the Luke Cage from Timeless became a Celestial?
Became a what? Yeah.
Celestial.
Yeah.
Now let's
hey,
see.
we ain't gonna say that again.
Let's see. Are we gonna see this Celestial?
We will never see him again.
Or the next time we see this Celestial, is it gonna be something even more powerful than him destroying it?
We will never see that dude ever again. We won't, mind you, because what we were supposed to be getting was that version of the Luke Cage in the 616 universe. Well, yeah, he here. He just morphed into a Celestial. We ain't gonna see him no more. And let's think about it. We don't see the Celestials like that anyway. What's the likelihood you gonna see one that they went up? Because we ain't never knew of the race of a Celestial. That ain't never been a damn thing.
And they have no fucking personality.
Right. That ain't never been a damn thing. Okay. Well, if we don't even see the Celestials like that now, what is the likelihood of us seeing a black? Yes, CB, you got to make a believe out of Theo, but I ain't gonna be around for that. You would have to call me on the phone, DM me or something like that. Yeah, I'm out. I ain't gonna be around.
Paul Martin asked an interesting question. How do you miss the opportunity of organized crime in the MCU teaming up to finance supervillain teams as revenge for Barton's murking spree as Ronin? They gave you the tracksuit game, Paul. They gave you the tracksuit game. Tracksuit game. The only one mad about what Clint Barton did. Ain't no other criminals, crooks, or organized crime organizations even caring, because he had either killed them off or they too scared to stick their nose out and deal with one very motivated man with a bow. So that's what's happening. We don't get coherent stories from them. We don't get stories that make sense. We only get stories that cater specifically to casuals. And I think at this point, the casuals are confused because they aren't even making stories that make sense to casuals anymore. Yeah, y'all better just go ahead and clean up your universe. Clean your universe up and be done with it. What we got going on in the comments? Valentina making a press announcement like she's Cap. Not one MCU Cap press conference. Huh. Yeah. For a new Avengers team. Who is she to be making that announcement? Yeah, that's where I'm at. Is Val the one Sharon Carter was talking to at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier? More than likely. They totally made up for Stan Lee taking forever to create black upper tier powerhouses. Yeah, ain't a whole lot of them. You count them on one hand.
Okay.
I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? At least DC had an easier out. At least they were like, oh, let's just make like 3 or 4 black ones.
Watch this. Watch this. It's crazy. We say something about why we ain't get no flashback scene with Isaiah beating up Bucky, because it ain't his movie. Now, mind you, we saying that, and that's what we say. Them over there that know better, they be asking the same damn thing. Why ain't getting no flashback scene with Isaiah beating Bucky? That's what we should have got.
Gray in the chat. What's up, Gray? What's going on with you, boy?
What's going on, Gray? The super producer in the building.
They won't connect Apocalypse to the Celestials. Gee, I wonder why. Is it because In Sabanur is Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Y'all didn't make him that complexion in your terrible movie version. But
no, you ready? The same dude that played Moon Knight played Apocalypse.
DC had Nubia, Jon Stewart, and Black Racer before 1975. Well, I see your Nubia, Jon Stewart, and Black Racer, and raise you one Falcon, Luke Cage, and Misty Knight. Checkmate.
Go ahead, big dog. Go ahead, big dog.
All before 1975.
Mind you, like I ain't gonna lie. Afro Samurai hit me up and everything like that over there on the video that I did earlier today. He said, I ain't gonna lie, Theo. I knew you was gonna check out at some point.
Hey.
My dog said he knew. He said, I knew you was gonna leave at some point. I knew.
Paul Martin said he meant upper tier power when he named Nubia, Black Racer, and Jon Stewart. And I mean, can we really call Black Racer upper tier power? Because I mean, all I really see Black Racer doing is showing up when somebody dying or about to die.
And he ain't even good at that. Let the Flashers tell it.
I ain't saying so. So that's all the more, marginalization you are giving to black characters. Black Racer can't even do his job.
Man. How you outrunning them?
I get what you're saying, though, Paul Martin. I get exactly what you're saying.
But no, I mean, like, to his point, I mean, like, the thing is that, I go back to when people say, and Afro thanked us because he said he's picking up Philadelphia and another black comic book because of the reviews that we've been doing.
He leaving comments in the
So I mean, that's one of the things. But as you and I have said before on more than one occasion, everybody got to be, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but if that's what you want, you got to participate. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want it like that, then it's got to be, everybody got to be all in, because as me and Daryl said, well, I think Daryl and I, well, I'll say this. I've gotten one writer to send me their stuff free. I read it. I did the review on it. Daryl and I actually sat down with that writer for the second time. It's free pub. That's what that is. But the free pub got to be not where he just writes it, not where we just review it. It's got to be bought. The reviews have got to be through the roof. Whether I do them, Daryl do them, whosoever do them, because all we're doing is pushing up the viewing of that particular comic. You just hit it, share it as many times as you can, because that's awareness. It's word of mouth. That's what that is. So everybody got to do their part.
Well, and Theo was what Theo was talking about is Bloodletter, and if y'all were paying attention when we did the review and when Theo replayed it on his channel, I think twice, he mentioned coming back at the end of the run. So if you ain't keeping up with Bloodletter when it comes out, you ain't gonna know what we talking about when we talk to him about it. So again,
and let me just say this because
pull up.
Let me just say this because I'm not. I don't believe in the crab in the barrel mentality. Like I said, Burger King and McDonald's sit right across the street from each other. When the black writers show up, they're doing an interview with a black comic book content provider. Pop up, blow it up. Then when they come, don't get involved in that tribalism because we ain't got enough black to be tribes like that. No, when they go do an interview on another channel, sit in, blow it up. But put everybody and their mama in that damn thing. When they go to do another live, blow it the hell on up. If we're talking about blowing up black, that's how we can't be caught up in the. We got to be focused. It ain't enough black superhero. It ain't enough black. No, it ain't enough for us to be doing that and everything like that. We have to blow each other up, shine that light all the damn. It's got to be a 24/7 operation if we're talking about doing for us what's been done for somebody else.
Well, whenever there's that kind of a difference of opinion, it always seems to be between people of the same skin tone. It is never a disagreement between someone of our similar skin tone and other folk. Why? Because we believe that they are the standard to ascend to. We feel like they are the standard we need to be working towards. No, set your own mark and exceed it. I don't have to be like some other channel because that's what they do over there at that channel and that's always been done. I hate traditionalism for the sake of traditionalism. Don't tell me I have to do something because that's the way it's always been done. What if that shit's wrong? You know what I'm saying? And we've been doing it all of that time and it's wrong. If it don't feel right to everybody, hello, it probably ain't right to or for everybody. So the format and the style you take with yours may not necessarily be the format or style I need to take with mine. And that's the lesson that folks need to walk away with. Don't come on my channel asking me, how come you don't do this? Or over there at this channel, they do this. Don't bring that over here. I'm doing me. And if me works for me, that's all it got to work for.
I'm going to say this. I think this is me. I've been knowing you for a minute, right? Haven't met face to face, but we talked, chopped it up and everything. If someone's not doing what you're doing, asking you to do more is unfair. The reason why I say that is because nobody knows what you do outside of this. Nobody knows what your responsibilities are outside of this. We're being asked to do stuff that you would like to think folks higher up would be doing.
Facts.
So I'm gonna say this to you if nobody else says. It's not me glazing. While you might feel that there's more you can do, I think individually speaking, we all feel like there's more that we could be doing. You've done your due diligence to bring awareness to Black characters in all shape, forms, and fashion. So the whole thing about you need to do, you were covering Black comic books before I was. That just is what that is. So I don't want to tell you to tell somebody that asked you to do that to kiss your rear end and everything like that. But what I will say is maybe they need to start doing what you do, right? At the very least, do what you do, and then that'll be another person doing what you're doing. And then they could specialize in the area they want to specialize in. Because right now, you're doing what you can do. And what you're doing, it ain't just the comic books. It ain't just the action figures. It ain't just the movies. It ain't just the cartoons. It's that and then some. All that and then some. So,
well, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. First of all, I appreciate that compliment. I do. I work.
Just
I
keeping it above.
I dedicate time to stuff in a lot of different ways. So yeah, I feel like, if you want one approach, then you go with people who only got one approach. But if you got people like myself and you that take several different approaches towards a lot of different subjects, you know what I'm saying? Hitting it on the action figure tip, hitting it from a couple of different angles that most people don't even think or contemplate, trying to approach it from, then that's just what I do.
I want to say is I'm past it. I'm beyond it. Because people that don't know you. They don't know what you do, and so they get to misspeak whenever they want to. But you know what you do. We do. I don't want to say we do a lot, but when I sit here and I look, and it's because we still could do more, but we're not getting paid like that. And shout out to the Rock With Me Nation. We're over 13,000 and everything, unless I didn't piss somebody off. But we don't get paid for this. Like, you got a wife, children, you know what I'm saying? And buying black action figures, letting folks know this action figure, you might be wanting to do something else with your money. But, hey, we're going to let folks know this action figure out here. So if you can get, and mind you, I don't know how many other folks doing that.
You know what? Speaking of action figures,
I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
That's a perfect segue. Guess what I got today?
An action figure.
Well, yeah, I got an action figure. But before I get into the action figure,
a head sculpt.
Yeah, I want to show y'all the head sculpt. I showed it to Mr. Smith this morning. And he was like, yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Smith. Making it do what it do. The OG, triple OG.
That right there. That's the Nubia head sculpt.
True.
On that. Just nice little paint job there and a little bit. And yeah, look at the curls in the back. She got curly curls in the back. Look at that. Look at that there. A lot of detail.
Who did that? Who did the head sculpt?
Who did the head sculpt?
Yes.
I can tell you who I got it from.
Who you got it from?
But here, hang on a second. Let me live my.
We got to shout folks out. Oh,
you know what? I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that at all. Let me, because I unlike most people, I do my reviews after I purchase something. That came courtesy of Star Wars Geek Custom Parts and sculpts.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the head sculpt ain't painted. We're gonna have to see what that puppy look like when he get done.
Oh, you
cause he him.
You ain't said nothing but a word.
Oh, watch this. I ain't gonna leave Mrs. Akins out like that. I ain't, cause she be putting in work too. I ain't gonna do that.
Of course, she is the lioness of the pride.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. She be putting in that work in too.
Lioness be on the hunt like the lion. Some case more. This is the action figure that Theo was talking about that I got. Now, if you look at this action figure right here, he's got a head sculpt. I get the head sculpt to you. Say, you look at it. No pegs, no holes, nothing. It's just straight figure all the way around. And you might be saying to yourself, if it ain't got nothing to it, how is it gonna bend? Boom, like that, player. Boom, like that. It got articulation. Boom. What? More articulation? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, more articulation. Look at that articulation. And them real skivvies, as we say in the military. Them real skivvies right there that
Y'all
he's
see the
wearing.
work
That
with?
ain't made out.
Y'all
It's
see
made
the
out of
work with?
actual cloth material. Now, I want to do some things with this, but I don't know. Given the material that it's made out of, I got to make sure painting it is an option. You know, and getting it, getting it glazed, and so it don't just look dull. You know what I mean? Because sometimes
True.
people will paint figures, they'll paint figures, but they won't put the glaze on it. So while it looks nice painted, it don't look as good as it could look.
You got to put now question. And it's gonna sound kind of crazy, but you're gonna have to paint him and everything like that. So let me see Big Dog again. Let me see Big Dog. Let me see the body. Let me see the physique. Bring him on up. Bring him on up. Okay, so this me being stupid. I'm apologizing right now, but if they can put nipples on a Batman costume, I can ask a question about nipples. Are you gonna make his when you paint the say I can't even get it right? I don't even sound right. Meaning, are you gonna make his nipples a little darker?
I cannot believe you actually asked that.
If we can put nipples on a Batman suit, nipples are a fair question. Ace Bane did a whole damn skit about nipples.
If I am making this character darker, then clearly I am going to make the nipples look the way the nipples would look on a darker person. Why I look like with a dark brown character with pink nipples?
I'm just saying, because the nipple's gonna be a little bit darker than the skin tone. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever skin tone you put on there, the nipple's gonna have to be darker. That's what I'm saying. So I just asked you.
Hey, I want to paint this one. He ain't got no nipples.
Well, you ain't gotta worry about no nipples then. Who is that one? Which one is that one?
This is actually a Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, He-Man.
Don't we have them? Like, that's the other thing. We got action figures we've been sitting on that's supposed to be customized for the long damn time.
I know I am. Ain't no sense in me lying.
Mama Do Fall been a Hercules action figure away for the longest damn time now.
I got about 50 almost finished figures.
That's y'all don't laugh. That's how it go for real. That's how it go for real.
If Jay or Joshua was in here, they tell you that's a whole process, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes and you gotta be
what did you tell them, Daryl? How much Power Princess going for?
More than I care to pay.
Listen, and she been sitting on the shelf waiting to get customized since she came out.
Bruh.
I think that's ridiculous.
Dude, now if I get a Power Princess, I don't know if I want to customize it. Much money you gotta pay for one.
You ready? See, I do it for the culture. See what I'm saying?
You can do it for the culture, but bruh, the culture better buy whatever I turn that bitch into.
Well, no, I ain't, here's the thing. Now, I ain't gonna sell it now. I'm gonna have my frenzy, my Joanna Cargill, like I've been wanting my Joanna Cargill. She gonna be a big buff one. Yeah. Well, shout out to Diana Dotto. She said Joanna got to be the same size as She-Hulk. Well, that's what we doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, she is. Why wouldn't? Never mind. Why wouldn't we use the She-Hulk body?
Right. And since I got me some buff, I started to say something else. Since I got me some, I'll do this one. Since I got me some more buff beauties, not booties, I said beauties. Since I got me some more buff beauties and everything like that, I'm gonna get that Joanna Cargill. And I don't know, I might go ahead and get me a WWE wrestling ring since I got all the damn divas. Chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little something like that. Shout out to my brother. My brother got that and everything. So yeah.
But do you got that AEW one?
I didn't want that one. I want the one you got in your hand.
Okay.
It's a better figure. It's a better figure. Not knocking AEW, but
well, I told you in my video, the WWE one has way more articulation than the AEW one.
Yeah.
And, I don't know what AEW was thinking, not making no articulation in the legs, but that's because they got that. I think it's because they got the swivel joints in the hip.
Tony, Tony Khan, come here.
Oh, I need to put this back.
They don't like us talking about them at all, do they? They don't mind kicking us off.
Huh. Hey, they gotta let it out sooner or later. Gotta let it out. Can't hold it hostage forever.
So listen, what you got going on tomorrow, big dog?
Tomorrow?
You know the sun will come out, hopefully.
Absolute Wonder Woman.
Okay, absolute Wonder Woman.
I was supposed to have been getting that to y'all sooner, but hey, 4th of July, bruh, I grilled twice.
How was it? How was it?
It gone. Gone. Either in somebody's belly or in a plate with some aluminum foil.
I give you the plate. What we got going on here? Nice and dope MTVT. Too much. We didn't get Grace said Power Princess cost too much.
Way too much. Oh, I don't know if Kamoyo's in here now. I think I seen him in for a hot second. He said he was at the Essence Fest. But
yeah.
He is the inspiration for a video that I am going to be doing. Because we got this terrible, well, I don't call it terrible. I'm gonna call it this questionable cast for this new Street Fighter movie.
Yeah, boy. Did you see who they got to play M. Bison?
Yeah, I did.
I said
I did a whole I did a whole segment. Yeah, I sure did see who they got to play M. Bison.
I must not have been paying attention when you did it because it came across my timeline. And I said, that's not M. Bison. You stop it.
At all. I mean, I don't even think the people that made M. Bison know how big M. Bison should be, because they got M. Bison at 6 foot, 175 pounds. That's not intimidating. That's not intimidating. Not intimidating enough to when you go Psycho Crusher, I'm gonna get scared.
First of all, you know what? I know why they did him like that, because we have to remember that game originates overseas. That's where that's at. And they small over there. They small over there.
Okay.
No. I'm just saying, because when I order clothes from over there, you have to adjust some stuff. We know just by looking at M. Bison, his ass ain't no. He ain't 170 nothing.
Asian men are little.
Yeah, but M. Bison ain't 100 nothing. You can look at M. Bison and know he ain't 100 nothing.
If he is, he on HGH for sure. If M. Bison 170, 180, anything, he is taking some HGH. He is taking something, because my man got muscles on his muscles. You know what I'm saying? You wearing a skin tight suit and I could see every bit of your abs and your biceps and your quads and all of that. Boy, you built like freaking Sergio Oliva. You know?
My dude had shit. You know what I'm saying? My dude was wearing skinny pants before they were skinny pants.
Hey, boy, and see, my thing about that is, okay, you got a guy who can play the role, but the physicality needed, you can't put that all on a stunt, man. You can't. You got to be able to move a little bit.
They finna put it all on the stunt, man.
And it pisses me off every single time y'all make a movie like this. You overlook my boy Scott Adkins.
I don't think they overlooking Scott Adkins. I think they just don't want to use him.
Scott, it's M. Bison. How much damn acting you got to be able to do? Scott Adkins know how to scowl. He knows how to sneer. You saw we saw him as Boyka, but he had some mean look. He had some scary looks on his face. He was looking pretty. We saw him as the henchman on Doctor Strange. We seen what he could do. He doesn't have to be able to act. Street Fighter is not a movie about top-notch ass acting. Oh, by the way, Legendary Studios is doing.
Well,
Street Fighter.
apparently they feel like he can't do what they want him to do. I don't agree. let me just say that. I don't agree.
They don't know if you don't ever give them a chance. They never give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? You won't give Scott a lead or a major role in like a top-notch movie or a top-notch superhero movie, but you'll put all these non-acting, non-fighting mofos in them.
Listen, my dog campaign
like, wasn't this great? This is going to be fantastic. I mean,
my dog campaigned heavily to be Batman. Campaign heavily. I don't even think they let my dog read for it.
Who that?
Scott Adkins.
Oh. Why? How?
Before they chose Robert Pattinson, he wanted that job.
Robert Pattinson, Scott Adkins. I don't know.
He was reading for it.
I don't see how much better Rob Pattinson is physically. I'd have definitely believed Scott Adkins as Batman.
You believe Scott Adkins as Bruce Wayne?
He got the look, and you don't have to be no Academy Award winning actor to be Bruce Wayne.
Nope.
Or anybody of that nature for that matter. Why y'all ain't put this man in no superhero movie already?
He been asking. Like I said, I remember when they first started talking about redoing Batman, they hadn't selected Robert Pattinson yet. He was campaigning hard. Now, he's still campaigning to a degree, but he understands that window. You feel what I'm saying? He understands that window. And so right now you have fans campaigning for Alan Rickman to be Batman, Bruce Wayne. And he wouldn't mind doing it.
If I'm doing Dark Knight Returns.
Hell, if you doing absolute Batman.
Yeah, something that requires a Hulk of a Batman, then yeah, Alan Richardson's my guy. But any other, can we just get somebody in like the 220 pound range?
Well, now here's the thing. He ain't always been that big.
No, he hasn't. He roiding. He doing something.
Yeah, he put on weight for the second season of Reacher. 30. He says,
he was bigger. He was bigger in Titans.
In what?
Well, no, what I'm saying, right? Okay, Alan Ritson. Let's go all the way back.
No, I didn't understand when you saying he was bigger in Titans.
No. He got bigger in Titans. He
did.
Bigger.
I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear what you said. No, you're absolutely right. He played Aquaman when he was, he wasn't small.
He was regular size.
But he was bigger for Hulk. And then when he played Reacher season 2, because I think he said he put on like 30 pounds.
Well, in between Smallville and that other project, Blue Mountain State.
Yes, you're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely
right. Now, Blue Mountain State is when you saw a noticeable difference in size from Smallville.
And to those of y'all that don't know, that man is incredibly talented. He was in a movie with Kevin Hart. I forget what it was, The Wedding something or whatever, Best Man, some stuff like that or whatever. And Alan Rickman he actually sings in that damn, like he can sing and dance. Like,
there's a lot of actors. There's a lot of actors like that. We don't know that they,
Yeah, so he's very, very talented and everything like that. So, yeah, he did. I think he said he put on like 30 pounds. And I was like, wow. Now, mind you, he said the way that he did it, it's not normal. He doesn't necessarily recommend it. He said it wasn't steroids, but he said it was like some type of vitamin, some type of nutrition supplement that he was taking and everything like that. But if put on 30 pounds of muscle, that's crazy.
Dude is shredded though. You know what I'm saying? He ripped up, and I'm like, man, them ain't gym muscles. Those are not gym muscles, bruh. He did not get that shit in nobody's gym. For real, for real.
What I would say is this.
You can maintain it in the gym.
He go to the gym, but the weight that he put on, me and you not gonna be able to do that unless we doing exactly what he did. Because he put it on in a short period of time. You figure 30 pounds of muscle, you putting that on between seasons. You didn't up your eating and every damn thing.
Wait, hold on a second. These Diesel said Palm Clementif, that is the actress who plays Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy, for those of y'all that don't know. But Palm Clementif is apparently in talks to play Huntress?
I'm not doing that. You know what? Have a good conversation. You know what? That ain't my character. That ain't my character.
Huntress.
That ain't my character.
See, here's the problem. Huntress suffers from the same issues that Lex Luthor suffers from cinematically. We haven't gotten a good one yet. Hopefully, Nicholas Hoult will do us proud in the role of Lex Luthor. That being said, I remember back in the day, they had a Birds of Prey television show.
Did you like
Dina, did I like Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
Because I knew who the actual Birds of Prey was? Hell no. I'm like, you. Other than names, you people are nothing like the Birds
ladies,
of Prey.
Just to let the ladies know, if y'all want to know why y'all might want to check out Birds of Prey, Shamar Moore is actually in that damn TV series. So you.
Okay. Dina Meyer from Starship Troopers, I believe, who plays
Barbara Gordon.
Helena Wayne. No. She plays
Barbara Gordon.
She played Barbara Gordon.
I'm about to say, because I'm looking like no, you ain't, because
what's the other girl's name? See, I don't even remember their name. What's the other girl's name?
The one
Never mind. I got a smartphone.
She was in Walking Tall. If y'all want to know who played the Huntress, she was the Rock. She was Dwayne's love interest in Walking Tall.
Ashley Scott.
Y'all like, damn, Theo, you be knowing them like that? Yeah, man. Come on your content.
Yeah, and I'm looking at her IMDb page, and it's a picture of her and Shamar Moore together in a scene from Birds of Prey. So yeah,
she got that little cleft in her chin and everything like that right there.
Yeah. No, she ain't got it. Maybe she had some surgery.
I think she was also in SWAT too. I think she was whatchamacallit girlfriend.
Who?
That broke up with him.
The gal played Huntress?
Yeah. I think she was whatchamacallit's girlfriend that broke up with him. I think that was old boy's sister. So man, you broke up with my sister. Shit,
she does voices for The Last of Us.
For the what?
The Last of Us, the video game.
Hey, you know what, man? Voiceover work is good money.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think me and you need to look into that.
Ask Phil Lamar.
Right. I think me and you need to look into that. I think they need to have Rockstar, y'all ain't trying to. We right here.
Hey, what Joe Illis say? They got to come to you. You want the marbles, they got to come to you. You go over there begging, you got to take what they give.
I'm not right now. Look, all right. I'm trying not to do, boy. Hey, man, I don't want to do it. Okay. Hey, boy, hey. And I don't even want to do it like that, but it's like, man, you know what? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Now, damn it, you fooling me a third time. I don't know. No, we can't do that. Nah, man, no. Man, I'm sick of it. I ain't gonna get on my soapbox. But damn it,
Hey,
we
what?
deserve to have some black babies over there, Mark.
You know what we didn't talk about that I forgot to talk about. And
What's that, big dog?
I'm talking about it real briefly, and I'm gonna talk about it real succinctly. Now, I ain't mad at nobody. Let me preface it by saying I ain't mad at nobody.
He ain't mad at nobody. Telling y'all now, he ain't mad at nobody.
However, I am gonna point out some things. Now, I ain't the political type, and you know I ain't the political type because if y'all look at my videos, you see very few videos of a political slant, and I do that on purpose because.
Hold on. Let me preface this right now because I already know where you finna go.
Okay.
He ain't talking about everybody.
Not everybody.
If you didn't do this, this don't apply to you. I feel like I got to say that. Don't get mad. Don't get offended. If you didn't do it, it don't apply to you. Go ahead.
That part. And all I'm saying about it is this. Okay. Back in September last year, August of last year, when I was watching my television set, I seen a lot of Latinos and people from the Latino community who had plenty to say about what black people weren't doing and what black people needed to do. And they didn't care one way or another. They were still going to vote a specific way. Okay? By vast majorities. Okay? I ain't giving you no specific numbers, but there were more Latino men in this country that voted for what's going on than there are against. Now, that means you voted against your own interests. You voted against what is applicable to your well-being. That's what you did. But for some strange reason, Latinos always have, and most of them continue to blame a lot of the shit that's going on in their community on black people.
What, Scott? I'm sorry. Wasn't Jennifer Lopez out there singing?
She was.
What ain't Jennifer Lopez? Didn't she cut her teeth on In Living Color? Ain't that a black show?
Yes, she did.
And when it come to musically, didn't she low-key musically break in because she was appealing to a certain demographic, i.e. the R&B demographic? Because she did a video with LL Cool J, if I'm not mistaken.
She did a lot of videos with a lot of black artists.
My brother, go ahead and continue.
Okay. Now when ICE is the second, about to be the first most powerful law enforcement organization in this country, and they coming after y'all, and y'all telling and y'all telling us, yo, the next. You ain't telling me nothing new, SA. We always been next. We always been who they was coming for. They practicing on y'all. But you voted for it.
Let me get some when you get a little break, big dog.
I'll dig in, man. Water temperature's right in the water.
So I was gonna put this on TikTok. And this is to all of my Viva La Raza that voted for Donald Trump. Shout out to Fat Joe. I'm sorry, Joseph. We're not even fucking with those of us that voted for him. Let me say it one more time. We ain't even fucking with us. Us that voted for him. If we not fucking with us that voted for him, please see Nelly. I'm sorry. Please see Cornelius. Ask Cal. Yeah, they in their feelings. What make you think we fucking with you? If we ain't gonna tolerate our bullshit, what makes you think we fix to tolerate anybody else's bullshit? We're not. So you did it if you're gonna bring me a problem, bring me a solution that don't include me.
So, in short, your grief, the grief you're experiencing now, is because of your choices, not anything anybody in the Black community did. So to come to us and say we need to come together and we need to unite and we need to do this, all that, and the third, with the time to do all that shit was before November. That was the time to do all of that. But y'all was out there celebrating and kikiing and ha ha and
Daryl, ain't you got a
them
family?
signs and
Ain't
throwing
you
up
married?
them
Ain't
signs.
you married, big dog? Ain't you married, big dog?
Yeah,
Ain't you a father?
yeah.
You need to take care of your own damn family.
I mean,
you ain't got time to be worried about nobody else, big dog. You got your own damn family to see about. They did this shit. Let them fix this shit. We tried to tell them about this shit. They ain't want to hear shit. You know why? Because you think your ass is white adjacent. Well, damn it, not us. They can show you better than they can tell you just how adjacent you are.
See, it didn't hit home. Y'all was still trying to deny it and sideline it and say all of this other BS about it was and what it was. But then when that old gal came on, started talking about alligator Alcatraz and said all them that disparaging comment, you was like, oh, they really don't give a damn about us. Fool, we was telling you that a long time ago.
We ain't never been white.
But it's
you ain't never been white.
It's just like you got through saying you think you white adjacent.
I don't give a damn.
White adjacent is adjacent to white.
Nothing else. Your ass could look white. If your last name could be Latino, they don't think you white. You not white. They not looking at you like that. You're not. And now, if I really want to break it down, I'm gonna break it down like this. Here we go. Y'all done effed around. The folks that's Germans in this country, German American, don't give a damn about the rest of y'all. It's two demographics that make up that race over there. It's two of them. Think about it. It's two of them. They ain't from British Columbia. Let me see what Mr. Paul. Let me see what Mr. Paul got here, Mr. Martin. They could have
used a time stone and asked 17-year-old Paul Martin who the basura was before pulling the lever. It was there in plain sight back then. But that's, for some strange reason, y'all thought the leopard was gonna come out of here and be a tiger or a cougar or something. Leopards can't change their stripes. Leopards can't change their stripes. Never have been able to.
Hold on. This dude sat up there and accused y'all of eating cats and dogs.
And you voted for him anyway. I can't save you from yourself. There's nothing I can do to save you.
This dude literally said your job, brown job, was that right there. It thought black folks was coming in. I don't know. We not doing that. Our time, watch this, pun intended. Our time in the sun is over with.
You ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna work in this country. Oh, you ain't gonna work in the orchards no more. Oh, you ain't gonna do none of that factory work. Y'all just gonna walk out. Okay, well then we're rounding your asses up.
You know what was funny to me? What was funny to me is Kid Rock. First of all, let me just go ahead and say this. Me and Daryl being veterans, the reason why you really don't see us rocking the American flag in any type of clothing whatsoever is because as veterans, we know better. That is against the U.S. flag code.
I've been telling people that shit for years.
So
I've been telling people that for years on top of years.
They swear we don't know nothing. Yes, the hell we do. We're very, very knowledgeable.
Captain America's in violation if we're being technical.
So, Kid Rock, whatever your damn name is, Kid Trash. Yeah, you got to get another damn name because we invented
Not
rock
a
and roll.
black
So
baby mama.
you got to get what?
That just go to show you. Want to hit baby mama black. That just go to show you. Just because you sleep with a black person and blah, 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 so on and so forth, don't mean you adapt none of their beliefs or thought processes.
Did I not refer to him as kid trash? Yeah, since we invented rock and roll, we taking back black back in 2025. Right. So he has a restaurant that he had to shut down. No, because they had a whole bunch of undocumented people working for him. And ICE was on their way. You got to shut down your restaurant over a busy weekend. See, this is when I told that fool Logan. See, you listen to what Kid Rock tell you. Kid Rock the one hired them illegal immigrants. He ain't hire you. So when you start getting mad and everything about where these illegal immigrants getting their jobs from, you the one hiring them, Logan. Stop hiring them. But then again, you're not gonna do what they do for the amount of money they do it for you.
Now, here's a question I have. Have we seen ICE? And this ain't no shade to nobody in particular because I have Ukrainian friends. Have we seen ICE pick up anybody Ukrainian, German, Lithuanian, Croatian, or Czech?
Ain't even a talking point.
So them immigrants ain't illegal?
Listen, Buddy told them no, you know what? That ain't the question. The question is why they didn't understand when he said, I'm going to deport you. He didn't mention no other race. I'm going to get rid of all the Mexican immigrants, all the ones that's committing crime. He didn't say black. He didn't say white. He didn't say yellow. He didn't say red. He was very, very damn specific. And you still voted for him.
Hey, but there is a Russian, there is an Armenian mafia. Ain't that crime?
You know what?
Ain't that crime? No, ain't that crime?
Hold on, because you asked me a question right here, and we
live
and everything like this. And it's going to be hold on, because I want to make sure I answer your question correctly, but because we here and everything like that, and I give folks their proper respect. It's a couple of things I don't speak on. I don't speak on whether or not Michael Jordan was or wasn't suspended during the NBA finals when they found out he was gambling in New York. I don't speak on that. When he went to go play baseball, I don't speak on that. I don't speak on why Pat Riley went from sitting up top to coming down coaching the Miami Heat. Why? Because I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke. So to your question that you asked me, I'm going to act like I'm watching the movie, like I'm in the movie Mission Impossible. I can neither confirm nor deny any question that you ask without proper authorization, without the I think what I'm supposed to say is what is Department of Defense. I'm not doing that because I got respect for them. Them names you just dropped.
Okay.
You know why I got respect for them? Because there's a video sitting out there where somebody wanted to name their album something, and somebody made a phone call to say, "Can I talk to you?" Yeah, don't do that. Oh, okay.
Case in point. Ain't nobody pale being picked up by ICE. Bottom line. So the only people in this country that are immigrants are people who are brown or darker. In a country that was founded, usurped, and destroyed by immigrants, by pale-skinned immigrants.
I find that in and of itself weird. Did you hear what happened with the Haitians in New York?
Yeah. Pardon me. Our Haitians not the only group of brown-skinned people that threw the yoke of slavery off and said, this ain't what you want.
We ain't going. No, we good. We straight.
No, well, you taking me where? No, you better learn how to put your hands on folks before they put their hands on you.
Boy, look here. Look here. That would be the thing with me, man. Like, I don't be wanting to say too much, man, but I'll be like, man, like, but I see what it is now. Like, God knows I see what it is. I ain't even tripping no more. Like,
Yeah,
for me, I'm like, I never understood. So you mean tell me with how we supposed to be feeling and how we supposed to be moving, somebody can fix their mouth and say, and let you know, hey man, we finna march through your town. And that's it. Oh, the fuck you not? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. But we don't, that energy is rare though. You feel what I'm saying? Like that energy is rare. And the thing is, at the end of the day, they know then, okay, I'm fucking with them. Because they already think we crazy. Like the worst thing that they could think about a person, the worst thing that they think a person can do to another person, they think we're capable of doing. Do you know how much power that is? Like to be able to walk in an elevator and somebody got to scoop their ass all the way to the damn corner just to feel safe. Regardless of how you look. Walking down the street and another mug feel like they got to cross the damn street just cause you know how much damn power that is? I hear what they say. Yeah, I get it. No, that's you scared. And you might have a right to be. Because you know you didn't I mean, I'm sorry, it is what it is at the end of the day, but you suffer from a guilty conscience. You don't want to make it right because you feel like, now that ain't our spirit. You feel like if you make it right, we're going to take advantage of the situation. That's not in our spirit. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to keep trying us. That's done.
Well, I put it like this, and I'll leave it. I'll leave it right here. I am not here. I am not here to make palm-colored people feel comfortable, or to cater to them, or to give them the reassurances that they should be giving themselves because they need to address their internal guilt and trauma.
What do you do? You're supposed to just tell the truth. That's what I was taught to just tell the damn truth. Now I'm sick of this shit. You taught me in school to obey the law. Well, damn it, you lied about that. You told me to love God and treat all men equal. Well, damn it, you lied about that. You steadily damn lying. You ain't told me to tell the truth. Don't lie. Lying is bad. Well, damn it, you're lying about that. Well, damn it, stop lying. Because all you've been doing is lying. That one ain't got no faith in none of y'all right now. I want to. God knows I want to. But the fact that you won't stand 10 toes down and call out your bullshit, but you want me to own all my bullshit. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would rather, right now, you have to pleasantly surprise me. I'm sorry. Just like they talked about yesterday, they did a poll where what they call it? Not feeling like an American, but that pride, that American spirit is at all-time low. Because what can you tell motherfuckers these days? If a motherfucker from another country say, man, y'all a bunch of xenophobes.
Here's the thing. We call the United States of America. What are we doing? What are we doing to make this country united? There's so much division in this country on so many different levels. It makes me want to throw up sometime. And it's like, maybe we need to change our name to the Divided States of America or something like that, because there is so much more division in this country than there is unity. And as somebody who done defended this flag, it hurts to see that everything you saying, all of these vows, all of these oaths, all of these promises, that they're empty because they only apply to a certain demographic. then just have that demographic go and fight your wars. Just have that demographic enlist to be your vanguard whenever you go to conquer these countries or to waylay these countries or to destabilize these countries. Don't involve me and mine.
And then when we step the fuck off, and go do our own shit, leave us the fuck alone. That's the other damn thing. Like history out there and everything. It ain't like we been fucking with y'all. We started our own damn education and shit. Y'all wasn't fucking happy. We go start our own shit. Y'all never fucking happy. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a buck. The most beautiful woman in the fucking world is a black woman. So you ain't ever got to worry about it like that. I don't even know why you feel like that. Just dead ass. I don't know why. Boy, look, nada. Yeah, I'm the one that ain't even looking twice. Not at all. Not with all this damn rainbow of chocolate I got around here. So get out y'all fucking feelings, man. That be that bullshit. You don't want us around you, but you don't want us on our own. Well, that whole extermination shit ain't gonna work. You got to bring smash to get smashed. It's just like y'all want to run that whole thing talking about 100 dudes, 100 men versus one gorilla. Okay. Everybody not gonna make it back home. Now, I don't know who you think you might be in that equation.
Long story short, you cannot expect expectations when you ain't providing none. Period. But it's almost 2.5 hours, Theo.
I'm gonna end it with this. We got more in common than a little bit. Like that's the thing that I want everybody to take away from it. We got more in common than a little bit, and we get caught up on the bullshit. That's the thing. As Daryl said, the shit hurt. It do, because I said this. I don't go to church like that. But there is a story in there about the Tower of Babel. That story is so famous, it actually popped up in a comic book and an animation based on that comic book. It did. So if we know that's what that is, and you believe that, if you are accepting him as your Lord and Savior, see, that's on you. And that Bible is that Bible. Yeah, that's what that is. And that story is consistently that story in every Bible, whether we talking NIV or King James Version. Yeah, it don't matter. So we know at one point in time, we all spoke the same language.
We did.
That's what, if you saying you believe in that, then that's what that is. So we know we all came together. We all came together and started building a tower towards that. We all, not a select few, not we were all speaking one language, and we all came together, put that work in to build a tower to the heavens. And how does that story wind up? He said no. He destroyed the tower and cast man to the four corners and switched up everybody's language, so we would never, ever be able to do that again. Now, just based on that story alone, I think it's safe to say we all are God's children, right? Amen? Amen. So stop with the bullshit.
I love it that amen and bullshit were in the same place.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay, look here, y'all. I absolutely enjoyed this day. July the 5th, 2025.
Oh man.
I like ending on a high note. I like ending on a high note in more ways than one. But yeah, that's improv, baby. That's improv. Okay. Y'all, I appreciate everybody pulling up. Y'all keep your eyes open for the projects that we are going to be putting out for the rest of the weekend. This has been Saturday Vibing. Catch us next week at our regularly scheduled date and time, but we just don't want to leave y'all hanging without a vibe for the week. You got your vibe for the week. Y'all vibe on. Stay strong.
Listen, I might be over there on TikTok. I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way right now. You dig? And all you got to do is put your settings on where the kids can't pop up and you can play your music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just let my big brother know.
Okay.
Let my big brother know.
Y'all might be having some problems if I could play music. That's
yeah, big bro. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, big bro. Yes, you can.
That's a
change your settings when you get ready to go live. Change your settings to the filter where only adults, everybody has to be 18 or older. Do what you're gonna do.
Oh yeah, I don't want no kids up in mine.
Yeah. You can once you do that, you can play your music. You play your music.
Oh, for sure. I might be pulling up this weekend. Look here, y'all. That's it for now. But fret not, I'll be coming at you probably on TikTok real soon. But until then, look here. Y'all be good and be good to each other. We out.